Hi,
Can
Brad.
you hear me too?
So you can hear me, but you can't hear him?
Yeah, I can hear you, Brad.
Hello, hello.
Oh, there
Barney,
you are. There he is.
Barney.
Okay,
Hi.
hey. Hi, I've just been sitting here in the middle where I should have thought I would have
Barney,
audio
you're
and
doing
video.
fantastic. You're exactly where you
But
need to be, Barney.
now
Hello,
we are
Barney.
now we're all good. Hi everybody, so wonderful to see you. And I'm really
Barney, what?
grateful to
Perfect.
have
Let's
this.
do this. This will be fun. While we're waiting for Tim, let me
Okay.
ask you a question. What business are you in? Pick one of them.
One of my businesses is called Permion AI, so permion.ai. We are creating AI technology to enable the best of both worlds of the neuro and symbolic approaches so we can unleash the true power of AI and have it be trustable and successful.
Beautiful. Beautiful. The thing about when you meet someone, for all of you, and my Draper entrepreneurs, I'm looking for comments. You want a short, quick statement so that you don't turn into a thank you next. Does that make sense, Barney?
Yep.
Like, it's almost like a motto. And I hear so many pitches like, hello, my name is Joe Smith. I'm in AI. I'm building technology that will change the game in food. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. Next. You want it to be compelling. So ask me what business I'm in.
What business do you in, Gina?
I could say, oh, I teach entrepreneurs and teach and coach entrepreneurs, executives, and startup founders. Nothing? Do anything for you? No. No. Mm-mm. All right, wait, I'm going to leave. I'm going to come back. Ask me now, what business am I in?
Hey, Gina, what business are you in?
I teach entrepreneurs, executives, startup founders, and people just like you how to be badass leaders for the future so you're not left in the dust of the past. Does that make sense?
Great. Yep.
What is the difference? You
Full of
want
energy.
energy, you want excitement. The key when you introduce yourself, especially for those of you out there that pitch, you want a statement that excites the person knowing your audience, that excites them so that they say, wow, how do you do that? How do you do that? Simple, easy to understand, solves a problem. Victor, I believe Tim's coming. We're just hanging out waiting. Drake, is Tim coming on soon, right? We're working with his team. He'll be here apparently in 4 or 5 minutes. So Barney, if you had to rewrite your statement, tell us.
AI is the biggest development in human history. There are some major challenges about using AI, namely, we just can't really trust it. That's a big problem, but the potential is there. So there's this open question, how do you actually enable AI that can be trustable and powerful? So that's a very hard problem. It's a human and machine problem, technology and user interaction. My company, Permian AI, has assembled people with the best of incredible experiences in AI. It's a dream team, and we're going out about this problem in a way which is unique and we think has a great chance of succeeding and totally changing the world.
So if you could.
That was my initial statement, actually.
Yep.
We're making AI that can be powerful and trustable.
Perfect. And instead you're making it. You have you made it?
It's still work in progress. So we're getting our first products out right now, things that people haven't ever seen before, and starting with the actual intelligence, U.S. intelligence and defense community. We're bringing for the very first time this incredible set of capabilities right in the operating environments where they work, where they don't have these things.
Right, and I think as Felix said too, is you want to think about the emotions, whoever your audience is, like you could say there's so much challenge in trusting AI these days. You know, we at our company is creating an AI that is trustable and usable right now for you. I would want more of that. Something simple. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Especially
absolutely.
if you're pitching, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the world is freaked out about AI. Listen to some of the presentations that we have about AI. People are freaked out with AI that they can't trust it and it's taking over. We changed that. Here we go. We are building an AI that you can have 100% trust and confidence in the results. Yes. Do you see that? Do you see the difference? Do you see that? And just for all of you out there, type in what business you're in. I mean, let's have fun with it. If you want to be excited, one comment I give to people, are you excited about it, Barney?
Yes, I am excited about it.
Tell your face, really tell your face. I know all of you might laugh, but tell your face when you're talking about it, think, oh my gosh, the world's freaked out by AI. People aren't sure how to trust it, if to use it, or on how to use it. I mean, there's not a lot of confidence yet. Guess what? We solved that. Our company creates a trustable AI that you can use right now that's made for you and your company. Are you in?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
I wanted to mention, Gina, that Barney is the founder of Bing, like, the
Oh,
search engine. Yeah.
well, Bing's doing pretty damn good, Barney. I don't need to coach you on that, but I really
No.
love it. And here's the deal with okay, what business is Bing in, Barney? Before you answer the question, having a great statement, and nobody looks at the mission. I was just working with a company that was writing out their mission statement and their vision statement and their values, and I'm like, oh my God, I go into companies and I quiz the executive team, and nobody can really repeat it. So what I have them do is they create a statement like this. What business are we in? I'll give you an example. I worked with San Diego Youth Services. It's the largest organization in Southern California for homeless youth. And they have different departments. And they have like the criminal help, they have medical, they have food. They have one that's adoption. And I went there and I worked with all of the executive team for each of the programs. And I said, forget the vision and the mission and all the mishmash. I want you to come and bring me back a motto that everybody can hold and say quickly. So basically they came back. This one adoption arm came back and said, "We Kish." I said, "What is Kish?" "We care, inspire, support, and hope." So that everybody in the team at the end of the day can leave and say, how did we Kish today? How did we care, inspire, support, and hope? That if people come to the organization and they want to hire people, everybody is they're on the same page. Does that make sense? Like, it's really coming through with something that that excites your team, that excites everyone who may work for you, that excites the people coming to you, the clients. This is what we do. Does that make sense, Barney?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to share something with the
Please.
group, as I put in the chat earlier. This is the time. So founding Bing in 2005, I had the vision that exponential technology and computing was going to enable the future of search. AI was going to come with incredible opportunities. It's before Singularity University.
Yes.
And no one's coming. So we're going to relate to humans and machines, human terms with understanding of language. So that was my vision. People didn't even understand the start, and I basically shared that with the world. All these years later, the whole roadmap, all that vision is what's come true.
It's amazing.
And actually, by going into being part of Microsoft and helping start being around, part of it was around this vision. It took a while, right? But Microsoft was poised to actually know that this was the future. They were executing on an actual long-range vision and roadmap. It's kind of amazing all this time later, now we are. So what I tell people is that this is the time the dreams come true. I've had multiple areas where I've been a pioneer. Autonomous control systems, first AI system in deep space. Now we have self-driving cars in San Francisco. Literally, you can go out and drive one. Game playing, pioneer. I was a pioneer of the field. Now we have the best game playing programs, beating all humans and all these kind of things. And then conversational, assistant and intelligent agents. So anything becomes possible. The rate at which progress used to be was kind of one great exciting invention or discovery every year, maybe every 5. Right now, it's like I open up my Twitter feed and I've got 3 or 4 a day of really big things that sort of 10 years ago, 20 would have been massive breakthroughs happening every single day. So, while we always talk about like, is it 50 years away? Is it 20 years away? Things aren't even 10 years away. Things are 2 years away. So I tell people everything happens in the next 2 years. Don't sleepwalk away through the next 2 years. There's $1 trillion opportunities to be created. Go out and live dreams. So I totally resonate with what you were saying in your talk. People, just find a way to drop what you're doing, not doing that exciting, because now is the time. Okay, don't look back and go, oh, I had all the tools. Everyone has all the tools now. Just figure out what is it you want to do. That's your own personal vision. No one can give that to you. But the opportunity is there. Go out and get it. So for all of us community, this is our time. Like we're all trained and shaped in exponential thinking. It's all proven true. Okay. All those predictions people had, they're all just coming true. So let's, this community can do everything we want to do, but now's the time for dreams. So pay that, keep that mindset on a daily basis will be great.
Oh my gosh, Barney, that is such beautiful advice. Is everybody hearing that? If you agree, type yes in the chat. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Just because we can doesn't mean we will. Yes, great. Annie, Jess, I mean, it's a yes, Barney. Yes, I will. Yes. I mean, the truth is, that is just such beautiful advice, Barney, and you are a living example of what's possible. Look at all that you've done. And here's what I want to also say. Everyone, be open to be a lifelong learner. The best investment is in yourself right now, and is in activating all of these things that dreams can come true. There's so many stories. Barney's story. I love your story, Barney. Your advice is so relevant. And you've got all these people now typing in the chat, yes, I will. The act of actually typing, yes, I will, that physiological movement is imprinting in your mind, is imprinting in your neural net, is imprinting here. And that's one action step. Now type in the chat, what are you going to do? What's one action you're going to take at the end of this? Following Barney's advice, like now is the time. Following the 3 decisions, focus, meaning, action. I double dog dare you, declare it. Barney and I are looking at the chat. We're waiting. What are you going to declare, right, Barney? What are we do it? What is one action step? Pick anything. Maybe we'll take a couple minutes before Tim and you'll meet someone here in the group. Ask them what they're doing. Ask them what business they're in. What business are you in? So all of you, Daniel Bryan, you just wrote in here, yes, I will. So what's one of your steps? David Segura, Michael Alf, Otto, give us one step. What is one thing that you're going to do? Because Barney, isn't it just one step at a time?
It's one step at a time. Yeah.
And I always say I always coach people, anything that seems maybe overwhelming or just beyond you, it's anything seemingly complicated is just a bunch of simple steps put together, one step at a time. Oh, look at this. Okay, so we have Michael saying, launching my AI automation agency. Great. Connect with you folks. Here's, let me get my glasses. Okay. Oh, I've got to get my glasses out, Barney. Natine, connect with you folks here one-on-one on the mission of scaling humanity and mindset. Amazing. Daniel, working on developing Food University to help educate people on nutrition and eliminate hunger and homelessness. You know, Daniel, it's near and dear to my heart. My son, who has bipolar disorder, was homeless for a while. So I'm all in for that as well. Now, when you take these action steps, you want to make them specific. You want to have them time-driven. You know, I want when. What is next micro step? And by when will you do it? Something measurable so you can check the box. You know, so Natine, you say connect with you folks here. Maybe connect with 3 people by the end of the conference. Does that make sense, guys? So Dan, say working on developing Food University. What specific steps? What do you have, Barney? Take a look at the chat. Your guidance to make something happen.
Well, I think first thing, lots of people aren't saying anything, right? So think about why not. Put some content in there. We got an amazing group here. And you know what? If you're doing something that you don't feel is that compelling and exciting to share, then take that as a signal. Okay. You know, and your action should be to stop what you're doing, right? Set out the time, as Gina says, and basically find something because life is short and now's the moment.
I love that advice, Barney.
Yeah.
I just love that advice because one of the things I teach when I teach my wealth courses, I start with not money. I start with what would it take for you to have, what has to happen for you to live a meaningful life? I always start with that and wealth. People go, why are we covering that? I said, because people think financial freedom is the end game, and it's certainly not. We know lots of people who have $1 billion and billions of dollars, and I coach some of them who are completely unhappy. Start with what has to happen for you to have a meaningful life.
I want to give
financial freedom without emotional freedom is bankruptcy. Go ahead, Barney. Yep.
So sort of interesting moment I remember. My good friend Luke Nozick was part of a startup company. He was doing intelligent calendaring, back in the day. Sort of, we're talking like, 98, 99. And then there was this moment of starting PayPal. And Luke basically had a moment where he came in and he just basically left that smart calendaring company, and gave away all his stock, gave away everything, said, guys, go for it. He was a co-founder. Go for it, right? I'm doing something that is meaningful for me, right? And that's a really amazing example. I've heard tales of entrepreneurs basically just dropping their companies and saying, wow, this AI moment is so big, I got to go and do something really big, and my company's not my vehicle for getting there. So there's really some radical opportunities to get aligned with the moment.
100%. Gosh, Barney, that is so right. I mean, Tony Robbins teaches that life begins outside your comfort zone. And one of the other things that I love is Tim Draper has the startup pledge that all the entrepreneurs learn to say. One line in that pledge is, I will fail and fail and fail again until I succeed. Dare to friggin' fail. Throw something in the chat that you want to do. Great. If it doesn't work, do something else. If that doesn't work, do something else. And you've got to cross over the line into the unknown. It's the hero's journey, right? Joseph Campbell's hero's journey, Barney. I bet you know lots of people that have done the hero's journey, you included.
Yep. Absolutely.
I know. What is another piece of advice you can give everyone here?
Gina, Tim
well, you said, one thing you said was, basically, if you want to do so, it's a fast walking, if you want to move fast, go on your own. If you want to move big, sort of go with others. Another thing I say is people often think about, it's easier to do something small than do something big. And that's true if you're going to do it alone. But if you're doing something really big, you're going to do it with other people, and then it better be big and compelling in order to get anybody else to come and work with you, right? 100%. So it's actually easier. It's actually easier to do something giant, okay, and meaningful and transformative, MTP, than it is to do something kind of incremental. That's just drudgery, and no one wants to work with you, and it's just you on your own. Recently, a few weeks ago, I met an entrepreneur. She's an immigrant, and she started a company based on her idea that back in her country, grandparents live with the families, right? And the grandparents, the kids, and the grandkids take care of each other, right? And so no one's lonely, and everyone gets sort of nurtured, and parents aren't overstressed.
Yes.
She found in America we don't do that. That's a shame. And so she created an online community do that to basically. And then she realized that all these elders, seniors out there, and there's kids alone too. And she found a way they could be connected. They weren't a family, and it took off like wildfire. Okay, it is so beautiful, and she's got incredible people, and the usage is incredible, and it's just all succeeding. And it's just, who was she? She had no entrepreneurial background, no business background, no technology background, really none of that. But she had this vision of what was important that she thought was for the world, and suddenly everyone else joins in ways that she didn't imagine it taking shape. So, just another example of doing something that if you do something big, everyone will start come and help you, and it'll actually be easier than you ever think.
Well, and it's true. I mean, you should all read The Startup Hero, Tim Draper's book, and some people think about going 10% more. I mean, go 10x more. We want to know that you're going to be a game changer 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. And Barney, I love that you came on here and just shared with me and your wisdom. And as the founder and creator of Bing and so much more, we're cheering you on because clearly you have wisdom to share. Remember all, when you're ready to really be a game changer, you can reach out to me and I'll get you hooked up into Draper University. Be ready, because the startup oath is, I will fail and fail again until I succeed. You've got to be willing to fail. In fact, you get extra points for just trying and failing rather than staying in the background. Leaders go first. And if you are really ready to change the game, let's do it. Then you're our people. Barney, you are a gift in this world. I was so fun. I'm sure we'll stay connected. You are a delight. And I hear Tim Draper is in the friggin' house. Oh my God. Let's just take a moment. Barney, we're going to take a moment, and maybe Tim will share his screen, because one thing I do know about Tim, let me just tell you, is Tim loves to dance. Tim loves to dance. So, Barney, are you a dancer?
I'm a dancer. Oh yeah.
My God, you're my favorite if you're a dancer. Wait a minute. Here we go. Wait a minute. Wait for it. We're going to put this music on.
Gina,
yes?
Can you hear me? Before the dancing, let's just try to identify who Tim Draper is here. 'cause I don't
Ooh,
see his
Tim,
name.
wherever you are, click on the podium in the middle and you will jump on top of the podium. Tim, I'm so
Yeah, he said
excited to see you. If you
he's having
jump
trouble
on top.
getting to the podium.
All right, well, we'll wait for him. All Tim needs to do is click on the podium, and Barney, we're ready for Tim. Tim is such an icon for venture capital and being a game changer in the world and thinking outside the box. He's my hero. He's my startup entrepreneurial venture capital hero, and I'm excited to hear what he has to say.
He's just here as visitor
And
E708.
we should play that song. Do do do.
Wait, no,
do,
no song yet.
Hi,
Actually,
Tim.
oh,
I
there's
see
Tim.
you. Hey. You have to unmic, click the mic button, Tim.
I'm here.
See. Oh, one of them.
Am
Oh,
I here?
yay.
Is it working?
You're here, Tim. Hooray. It's working. It's working. We can hear you. Yay.
6 things here. Okay, I'm gonna have to hang.
Oh, now
let's see.
your mic is off again.
Oh, you can't
Don't
hear me?
hang up. You're here, Tim.
I think Barney has to.
On
take
your
off his video.
microphone, Tim, click the little arrow and select current zone rather than near me.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. We can hear
You
you.
hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Can you hear me, Tim? Yes, we can hear you. Yes. Yes.
Oh, for real? Oh, great. Okay. Wait, you can't.
Stand by, everyone. Tim, we can hear you.
I'm making his avatar big.
Good.
It wouldn't be a metaverse space without technical problems.
Correct.
We can do this.
All right. Just stand by, everyone. All of you, thank you so much for sharing. I love, Natine, what you're posting here. Oh my gosh, all of these great things. Sri, beautiful. Beautiful, working on reducing stress and increasing well-being. Great. Oh, I love the smile on the child's face. Wow, Michael, thank you for posting your specifics while we're waiting for Tim.
Oh, Tim is in the backup Zoom, but I think he might be trying to get into the Vatum.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying the backup Zoom. Does that work?
Do you guys hear him?
He's in the VATM, but he's just visitor E708. So can you
Okay.
highlight an ordinary visitor?
Let's see. Yeah, visitor. Tim, I think we just heard you. Did you guys hear him?
Yeah.
I hear him, but
Okay.
I'm next to him.
Yeah, we can hear you, Tim.
You're next to him, Greg. He's behind you, and so that's why you're...
Set the stage mic. Okay, now I got the mic. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Yes, we can hear you. Yes. We're good.
Vatum team, can you help me make him big and get his video on?
Tim, just go for it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
He turned his vid off, it looks like.
He'll just need to switch his video camera to current zone as well.